What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliott Delp, and today we are going to be going over the top things you should buy before elections this year. Let's get right into this video. So, like I said before the intro rolled, we're going to be going over the top things you should buy before election this year. And some of these things you might be like, duh, and then other things you might not be. And I'm not exactly set to a certain number of items, because you might consider some items the same as other items. But I'm just going to be hitting it with a broad brush here. So I'm not getting into super specific details. Alright? So before I really get into it, I want to say that this is not meant to be like a super political video. I am not for either side in their favor of Second Amendment rights or how much they feel you should have or you shouldn't have. I feel like both parties infringe on Second Amendment rights all the time, and I think you should use your best judgment when voting. Alright, so now that that's been said, let's talk about the first thing. So the very first thing I think everyone should have, and that everyone should pick up before election day, is an AR-15. And I know a lot of people feel the exact same way, because I stay shopping for AR-15s as the nature of the channel, and they're becoming harder and harder to find. They're becoming more expensive, and I think people are starting to realize that they're a necessity, and people are catching on and picking them up as the prices go up. People are buying more and more of these things, and I think it's a very crucial thing to have in your gun safe at home. It can be used for a ton of different purposes. You can use them for self-defense, hunting, practicing. They're a fantastic entry-level rifle to start someone shooting on because of the low recoil, the easy mechanisms to understand. It's just an overall great platform to have, and something that both political parties will take away in a heartbeat. And I think it's important to have an AR-15 in your arsenal. Okay, so that's the first thing, and probably the most important thing to have. And then let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing I think is 30 round magazines. So I think this is more of a left thing. The 30 round magazines are really targeted. A lot of states now have bans on anything over 10 rounds, and I think if you stock up on these, you should do it now. There's not as much of a shortage on the 30 round magazines as there are ammunition and firearms. I can still find these pretty much in any gun store, at least locally to me. But I think having at least a surplus for whatever you feel you have enough, add 5 to that. And just make sure you have enough and that there's plenty to go around. Okay, so not just 30 round, I really like a 20 round magazine. I almost think 30 is too big in terms of just comfortability, and that's just a me thing. It sticks out, well, I think the 30 sticks out a little too far and can get in the way. I like a 20, just for my own personal preference for shooting. But I think as long as you have plenty 20 and 30s, you should be good. And I think having a surplus of both those is very, very important. Alright, so now, just if you guys are benefiting from this video, if you guys are enjoying the content, I would like to ask that you guys hit the like and subscribe button. It would mean a ton to me before we get into this third thing. It supports the channel, it helps me grow, and 2A channels are really hurting right now, and the support is incredibly important to keep every 2A channel growing and getting bigger. So please go hit the like and subscribe button, and comment down below what you think of the video. Alright, moving on to the third thing, and this is probably the most duh one on the list, but it is very important, is make sure you have enough ammo. And people are probably going to go crazy on that, because we are in a massive ammo shortage. but it's still important to have ammunition, and it is still important if you don't have enough to try to find some. If you have zero, I would probably say yes, buy the way overpriced 223 ammo or the 9mm. But if you have plenty, I would probably say don't just panic buy. It'll hopefully come back around to lower prices, but you should be stocked up on ammo, and it might be worth it to pay a little bit more for your ammo if you have none. Okay, I'm not encouraging the expensive ammo prices right now. I'm just saying it is important to have ammo stockpiled. Now's not the time to stockpile it, but if you have none, you probably should get some. Okay. Fourth thing, and this is not necessarily a necessity, but I do think it's very important and definitely something that is coming under fire, at least here in Virginia. Well, the AR-15 came under fire last election in Virginia, and it's still getting they're doing everything they can to take it away. But another thing, a suppressor or a silencer. Okay, this is not the most important thing because it's not a necessity in your firearm, but it's definitely nice to have, and if you ever want to consider owning one, now's the time to go pick it up, go spend the money. I know they're expensive, but you never know when you won't be able to have them again. And with all these, I'm hoping that if anything ever happens, there'll at least be grandfather clauses. And that'd still be awful, but that's kind of my mindset. Like, get it now. You don't have to worry as much, but there's no guarantee on any of it. And suppressors are one of those things that everybody's coming after, and that's awful to say, but it's the truth. Okay. And the fifth and final thing, and this is not as important, but it still, I feel, should be mentioned, is make sure you're stocked up on your AR-15 parts. Make sure you have barrels. Make sure you have grips, stocks. If something breaks, trigger assemblies. Make sure you're stocked up on your AR-15 parts, because if anything happens and you can't buy them anymore, they're sold out, it's illegal to buy them, who knows, God forbid, if anything like that happens, you want to make sure you have replacement parts for these firearms. And it's very important. You want to be able to fix your equipment. You want to be able to take care of your stuff. You want to be able to make sure it's well maintained and usable and accurate and it works. So just make sure you're stocked up on those items, okay? Make sure you have your scopes and all the other different things you need to maintain your rifle and to make sure it is good to go, okay? So I really think that about does it for my, I guess it's more of a top 5, because that was 5 things. My things I think you should buy before Election Day. Okay, Election Day is a few days out, and I mean, it's crunch time, so get it while you can. And just to reiterate, I'm not trying to instill fear in anybody. I'm just trying to let you guys know what I feel is important to pick up prior to election. Okay? So like I said, I think that about does it. I appreciate every single person that watches my videos. I encourage you to hit the like and subscribe button if you enjoyed the content. If you're a 2A supporter, just go down there and hit the like and subscribe button. Alright, go comment down below what you think of the video. Let me know what you'd like to see next. I'm always open to ideas, blah blah blah, I can't speak. I'm always open to ideas, and I read every single comment that you guys comment, okay? I will like, and I will heart, and I will comment back. Alright, so that about does it, guys. I appreciate everybody for watching, and as always, take someone outdoors. I will see y'all next time.